Let's see. There it is. Printing November 18th, 2000.
Oops, it is.
Also available from Cloud 10 Pictures. A man struggling with memories.
We don't need church to make us a family, all right?
Of a family lost forever.
I'm not looking for God. I'm just looking for my family.
In a world gone mad.
Please, will you help me?
Is about to discover
I told you I don't believe in God.
what true faith is all about.
It's okay. He believes in you.
Cloud 10 Pictures proudly presents Jeff Fahey,
Knock over this little glass of water right now and I'll be a believer. Come on.
Nick Mancuso,
I will show you the power of within yourselves.
and Carol Alt
I know you. You're the Messiah.
in a Peter and Paul Lalonde biblical epic, Revelation.
Let the day of wonders begin.
Witness the world of the Great Tribulation.
What have we to do, Jesus?
A world ruled by the Antichrist.
Pronounce it, Cindy.
And follow one man's journey to find his family,
That's my Wendy. Like Maggie.
renew his faith,
Not even your God can save you.
and discover hope. Revelation. The book has been opened. One man is about to discover
What else did he say?
an evil looking for revenge.
You're going to run away again, aren't you?
Dark forces waiting to strike. And a serpent plotting to rule.
and it was given unto me to make war on the saints.
But before Tom Canberra can realize the truth,
We will beat him this time. Beat who? God.
he is thrown into oblivion and into the Great Tribulation. Cloud 10 Pictures proudly presents Gary Busey,
Change my what, Eileen? My life? My mind?
Howie Mandel,
And I believed it. All of it.
Margot Kidder,
It is real. All of it is real.
and Nick Mancuso
Do you think that I care about them?
in the soul-winning, explosive thriller Tribulation. Prepare for the future. Escape the Great Tribulation. Prepare to believe.
I'm going home.
Tribulation. You know it's faith when it's all you have left.
For the good of the world, I need this to be 100% perfect.
A leader from ancient prophecy.
I want everyone on one side.
A soul arrested on the way to heaven.
Which I don't want to be.
A resistance fighting for a voice.
Black eye for black eye. Broken tooth for broken tooth.
A man raging against faith
Look around you, Helen. The cavalry isn't coming.
are about to clash
Son of God! Come, defend yourself!
in the greatest trial of history.
Let's put God on trial.
Cloud 10 Pictures proudly presents Corbin Burnson,
You may want to risk your life.
I don't.
Mr. T,
But he ain't God's world anymore. It belongs to the devil.
Jessica Steen,
Maybe I'm not making myself clear.
and Nick Mancuso.
You're gonna be great.
Judgment.
I called Jesus Christ for this band.
You're about to die for someone who will not even show his face.
Let's end this trial with a bang, or all our heads will roll.
If thou do that which is evil, be very afraid.
A trial about the truth
Helen, they are about to execute you.
that the world rejects.
God gave his life for us!
Judgment. So help you God. This is a time like no other. The prophecy unfolding, and it could happen at any moment. Left Behind, a film like no other, about the coming chaos. And now, the making of Left Behind.
Hi, my name's Janaea Stevens, and I play the role of Chloe Steele in the new feature film Left Behind.
What's happening? What's going on? My baby!
I'd like to tell you a little bit about taking this best-selling book written by Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins to the big screen. Since its first release in 1995, it has gone on to become a wildly popular book series. So naturally, it wasn't long before a vision emerged to turn this best-selling book into a feature film. A young Christian film company called Namesake Entertainment, founded by Bobby Newts and Joe Goodman, approached the authors.
We had a real commitment to the authors when we optioned the rights that we were going to maintain the integrity of the story. We thought that was real important to them, and so we told them that as we go through this process, you guys are with us.
In 1999, Joe and Bobby approached brothers Peter and Paul Lalonde, the founders of Cloud 10 Pictures, the first ever full-fledged Christian film studio. They were impressed with the quality of Cloud 10's previous films and their overall commitment to Christian values.
Knock over this little glass of water right now and I'll be a believer. Come on. Come on, God. Make a believer out of me.
Using the sophisticated language of film and technology, the timeless stories of the Bible are told with contemporary appeal.
Every story's got to have a moral. I believe that. You should walk away with something.
Renounce it, Cindy. Tell the Son of Man that he has no place in your heart, that he has no place in your life.
Time for the audiences of America to be seeing messages like this, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
I never said I didn't believe in God.
Oh. Well, do you believe in that? Huh?
That's a complex question.
It's not a complex question. It's
It's about bringing the quality level up and making Christian films that are on par with anything that Hollywood does. And I think the marriage of that vision and Cloud 10 with Left Behind, the most phenomenally successful fictional book series in the history of publishing, we're not just talking about the Christian world here, is a marriage that allows us to paint this picture and bring these characters to life on the, you know, the huge canvas of the big screen of theaters.
At the end of the day, we really felt led because of Cloud 10's understanding of the Christian market and how to market to those people. Felt like a real fit when they were willing to really make this a co-production with us.
People are missing. Dozens of seats. Empty.
Eddie, it's a big airplane. People are probably in the lab.
I've looked everywhere. I'm telling you. They're not here. They're not anywhere. Okay? Their shoes, their clothes, their glasses. It's crazy. They're all left behind. The people are gone.
Back when the novel Left Behind first came out, it almost immediately hit the big time. Not only were Christians hungry for this story of the end times, but the general public ate it up as well. Recently, Barnes & Noble voted it one of the top 10 books of the 20th century and the best-selling series of all time. And because of its popularity in book form, the producers knew that they would have to go big in order to tell the story authentically.
You know, my brother Paul and I have a saying, it's not a real movie until you blow something up. And so on the set of Left Behind, it's been extraordinarily exciting for us. One explosion and one effect after another. Boy, you couldn't put two kids in a candy store and have them any happier than this.
We take into consideration what the director's looking for, and then we sculpt the car to perform that way. And we do that with a number of different techniques. In this instance, Vic wanted to have the car explode. He didn't want to just see a fireball. He wanted to see parts of the car spread away from the car. And with our stunt performer just being off just about where that camera is over there, we wanted to ensure that any of the parts that flew off the car didn't travel in that direction. So the first thing we do is we secure the parts of the car that we want to travel with aircraft cables so that when they do travel, they're limited as to their throw, as to how far they're going to go.
Well, we certainly had plenty of explosions, camels, 125 crew members, hundreds of extras, a year of pre-planning and writing, 4 months of pre-production and 6 weeks of shooting, then 4 months of post-production and special effects. Left Behind is the biggest and most ambitious Christian film ever made. A key step in taking a story from novel to film is the hard task of screenwriting, or screenwriting as it's often known. The process of write, and rewrite until you feel like you're going to scream.
Probably the biggest challenge in an adaptation is the fact that so many people have a preconceived image. Everybody who's read the book has their own image of what the people look like, how the people act, what the relationships are like, and so when you get in on a collaborative process as this was, automatically everybody's sitting down and they all have different visions of exactly what you should be doing.
With everyone thinking they already know what these characters should look like, picking the right actors to play these well-loved characters is tough. You need to find faces that will become Buck or Rayford, Hattie or Chloe for all time. We had people flying in all the way from LA to Toronto for a chance to audition for these roles. Casting director said she has never, ever seen such enthusiasm to be a part of any film. Because of their commitment to produce genuine Christian films, the producers were particularly interested in finding actors who are attuned to the Christian message. Kirk Cameron and Chelsea Noble are not only well-known Hollywood actors who first met on the TV show Growing Pains, but they are also a married couple and devout Christians. In fact, Chelsea had some surprising premonitions about their involvement in this film.
Well, there's an interesting story.
He basically owes it all to me. He would have had no idea what this project was.
Basically what happened was Chelsea was reading the book after a friend had given us all four of the first 4 books in the series, and she had read the book, and late at night I got this, slap from Chelsea. Oh my gosh, this is the greatest book. You've got to read this. It's a fantastic book, and they need to make this into a movie. And she said, and I would love to play the role of Hattie. And I was
sleeping. That sounds good.
And I thought, hey,
Don't that lay down a little bit?
That sounds great.
I remember thinking, I really have to find out if anyone has the rights to this book. And, it was just a few days later that Kirk's managers had called and he said, they're making that book into a movie.